Oh, it's live. Good morning, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Happy Thursday. Sorry.
How is everybody today?
Welcome to our weekly live stream. We're so excited to be here. Every week we come live and we share everything new that's in the studio, a little bit of cross stitch, quilting, and some life. I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Nettie. I'm Mom.
And we're Primrose Cottage. And if you're new here, welcome. We're so excited to see you. Well, I don't know. We can't really see you.
Yeah, we can't really
We're excited that you're joining us.
Excited to see us. Yeah. But,
yeah.
And
so
we matched this morning. We didn't even coordinate that.
Yeah, great minds think alike.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let us know where you're joining from. I'd love to see.
All kinds of faraway places.
Your pink hands. It's nice and warm here. I think we're finally in spring
I think we are too. It's been a little on the chilly side, not gonna lie. I mean, we had our furnace on like 1 or 2 days this last week. It was crazy.
I actually turned my air conditioner on last night for like 2 minutes and I froze, and so I changed my mind immediately.
We've got our overhead fans on and that, so we've got an air conditioning guy to come service that. So.
Yeah.
I know it's supposed to get really nice this weekend.
Yes, so for sure.
We're excited about that.
Well, I think we'll just jump right in. The first thing I want to talk about is it is the last day to pre-order our t-shirt for the year. So this is Stitcher's Gonna Stitch. Like Mom said, we are matchy today. We both picked this color to wear this morning.
I needed
It's funny because usually on Thursdays I've been like, I'm wearing this color, and
I thought of.
I didn't send you the message.
No, you did.
So you just got the message.
Yeah.
That we were wearing this color.
You matched Emily. Was it yesterday or the other day?
Yeah.
You guys showed up in the same color and.
The other day we showed up to work and we literally were matching. Exactly. It was kind of funny. So it was fun.
Pretty cool.
But we have 5 different color options for the shirt. We're wearing the vintage red. Is that what it's called? I can't remember. Katie can correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. But my favorite color and the winner is the lavender. That one is the best seller.
Shocking to me that that's your favorite color.
It's so bright and happy.
And I think too, it's like being in spring and close to like Easter and everything. I just think that that's always been, this time of year's always been like the really pretty pastel colors. So yes. I do love that one.
Yes. Everyone in Michigan, are you staying warm? Jill said it's very cold. Yeah. 40 degrees in North Dakota. We were like in the 80s yesterday. Yes. It was wonderful.
Had all the windows and doors open. It was just beautiful. I loved it.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go set up by a pool.
Me too. Yeah. Me too. So pre-order cutoff is today at 3 p.m. That's when we are submitting our order to our printer so that we can get those in production, so we can be sending those to you guys soon. So be sure to get yours on order. And I know some people ordered several colors. We all have a set. Yeah. It's our new wardrobe for the year, like Katie said. She said she needs
wearing them all at Stitch West.
Yes, we will be wearing them at Stitch West. We don't even have to think about our wardrobe. We just
gonna wear our shirts.
Gonna wear our shirts. So that's exciting.
Yeah.
Awesome. What sizes are we wearing? So I am wearing a size medium.
And I have an extra large, and it fits very comfortable. I don't like them real snug. Yeah,
they are unisex. I feel like they're pretty true to size. Yeah. And and we go up, I think extra small to 4X is the size range that we are offering. So
and they wash up really nice. I've washed a couple and they've washed up very nice. Yeah. They haven't shrunk. At least I haven't felt like they've shrunk.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Cool. So, what should we talk about first?
About our newsletter.
Okay.
I looked at the newsletter. I seen that you guys listed some
we have some fun Emily picked out some, these are the Fair series from October House Fiber Arts, and they're really cute. She ordered the floss packs. How do you want me to show this? Do you want me to take the floss out? Yeah? Okay, so we have Pear Fair. I'm gonna sit it on the table for you guys. We're gonna be fancy. So Pear Fair. This is the new one from Market.
It's so pretty.
Emily just informed me.
So these are all the called for colors?
Yes, these are all the called for colors. So we have the floss pack for you.
Look how pretty these are. Look at this.
Yes.
It's got like all these beautiful colors
And
in there. Look at that.
we have a matching bundle, but I didn't grab it, Emily. We didn't grab the matching bundle. It's under the basket. Sorry, I got...
Oh, no, we didn't. Never mind.
Okay, never mind. Okay. Katie will link the matching. And then we have
So there's this one.
the Honey Fair.
This didn't slide, does it?
Honey. I love this one. We love the bee stuff.
Now this one isn't new, is it?
No, this one is not new. The
I was
new...
going to say, this one came out like last year or the year before, it seemed like.
Yeah. So here's the Honey Fair.
Oh yeah, look at those beautiful colors, you guys.
So floss pack. I feel like these would be really quick stitches for
Yeah.
you guys.
Just say it.
Okay. I got a lot of stuff next to me. And then lastly, this, we had to print this off because I don't know why. Emily. I love this one, you guys. This one
That is
features a
really
strawberry, and the colors are delightful. So,
Yeah,
will they be able to see
I
that?
really
Okay.
like the colors on those.
There's one more we are getting. It's the vineyard.
Okay, so Emily said we have one more coming, the Vineyard Fair, but these are available now.
Pumpkin fair will come during fall.
And I want to point out, there are matching bundles to each one, and we picked out a new bee bundle for the Honey Fair. So Mom, do you want to show that?
Sure. Let me put down my stuff. So,
Are you going to do it on the
oh,
camera?
you got it on top?
Okay.
Okay. Or maybe I don't want to have it focus on my face. So it's these here. And we have, look how beautiful that one is.
I love that blue floral piece.
Oh, I know. They're
so
all
pretty.
so beautiful.
Up more?
Up more? There we go.
Okay.
And then, of course, can't get enough bees. I love this bee fabric. And then a good gingham. And then another really good color there. I'm just going to put these all, I don't know. You got it.
We don't know what we're doing.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
You down?
You know, I really can't get enough of the bee fabric and stuff. It's always so fun, especially in the summer and that, but they're very beautiful.
Okay. I didn't know she had the camera changed.
Oh, I'm changing it.
I don't know. No, I guess.
There we go.
Okay.
Sorry. I don't know, we feel off today.
I feel off. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I don't know why. But yes, we got the bee fabric.
Vicky says we're doing great. Thank
Okay.
you, Vicky.
Thanks, Vicky. Oh my gosh. I feel like we're just off today. But no, I really love the blues in those.
Yeah.
They're so beautiful.
And they match our bee charts too.
Yeah.
So if you collect our bee charts, then it's a great one to have for finishing. And quilting, we have some bee quilt patterns as well.
Yeah.
So all of the bee colors just are so matchy-matchy. I love it.
Yes. So, and then
Excuse
we
me.
have next,
Okay.
what did we feature?
We did a restock of the summer Quaker, the spring Quaker.
So let's put them on here.
We're going to put them on there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just think they can see them better.
Christmas Quaker and Valentine's Day Quaker.
Okay, so Emmy's going to switch to the camera down here. So we've restocked all of these that you guys can indulge in and get started on all your Quakers. So
Yeah, I want to point out, if you watched the last Flosstube, I think it was the last one or maybe the one before, I did just finish the summer Quaker, and it is so beautiful and sunshiny.
really
I love how it turned out. It was my first time stitching with the silk,
oh yeah,
and I really liked stitching with silk.
you know, it's the fancy floss. I think I came more appreciative of it when I was twisting all the floss, because I was like, oh my gosh, look at this color. Oh my gosh, look at this color.
Yes.
And stuff, because I mean, you sit there and look at some of these colors. They are just so beautiful, and the colors that Lindsay has picked out and the variegation that they've put into these flosses are just stunning. And Lindsay and the girls did a great job in picking out the colors that they need for that. So, but yeah.
Awesome. So the other thing, this was restocked. Okay, so you guys are just loving the Ladybug Picnic. We restocked that floss pack and pattern. So many of you are stitching this. I love it. Are you stitching that?
I haven't.
You haven't
I've
yet?
yeah.
The cloth shipped. Okay,
Yeah.
so we should be expecting that soon.
I might one day, but I've already got some other things I started.
Yes.
So
And then it looks like we did a restock of some of Tiny Modernist, her charts. We have a Stitcher's Heart, a Stitcher's Garden, which Katie and Emily both stitched that one. Happy Easter. I stitched this a long time ago. It is looking sad. It needs to be refinished. And then Spring Rabbits. And then lastly, we restocked the Twilight Moon, which I'm almost done. I didn't bring that in to show just because I didn't make a ton of progress. I'm not gonna lie. I did not.
you've been busy.
I've been busy. I'm packing, getting ready to move, but those are some new fun, well, they're not new, but restocked again in the shop. So awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay. What else do we need to talk about?
I don't know.
I don't know where to put all this stuff. Can you sit this
I'll
over
sit
here?
this over
Sorry.
here.
It's hard now because we can't sit things in front of us because the table is here.
We got to keep the table free.
So maybe we talk about the new release next week.
Okay.
Last week we debuted our exciting new stitching release. I am so excited about this. We have 3 new charts, plus some really fun merchandise for you guys. The first thing is the Stitching Quaker, and I'm going to hold that up. How does that look, Emily?
Good. It just tried to focus on your face, so you might want to put the board up.
Oh, okay. Well, do you guys want to see them laid out on the table, or do you want us to hold them up? Like, I don't know what's better. What do you guys like to? What do you guys like to see better?
How about this? Is it focused? We got to stop being so dysfunctional here.
We are dysfunctional.
How about this?
That's better. Just get your hand out of the way.
Well, I don't know which one.
Mom, maybe Lindsay. I'm like,
Is it good?
that's good, yeah. That's way better, yeah.
Okay. Well, some people are saying the table.
I think you show them and then switch
Okay.
to the table.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel discombobulated. What's happening today? Okay. And then we have the stitching quilt. So
Closer.
And we'll lay these out on the table and do the table view for you guys. Stitching quilt. So for these, we have put together a master floss pack for you guys.
I pulled everything.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay. The master floss pack, it's so beautiful. We used color and cotton for the floss. Maybe just switch it to the table.
Yeah.
Okay. So the floss pack, what I did is it's for every chart, depending on, I don't want to say you can get every single thing done with the floss pack because we know everyone stitches a little bit differently and not all of us are super efficient in our stitching. I'm one of those people.
Yeah.
So, but if you did get the master floss pack, that will for sure stitch the entire stitching rules. And the stitching rules, I love it so much because there are 6 sections. So if you didn't want to like stitch this entire thing and you didn't want to commit to the biggest piece, I have like easily broken it up into 6 sections. So you can just stitch 1 or 2 pieces if you want. But if you want to do the whole piece like this, it looks amazing. It would look so cute in your craft or sewing or stitching space.
And when is this all going to be released?
Next Thursday.
Oh.
So we are releasing next Thursday.
You'll be able to get all the charts.
Yes.
I don't know if you can put that on there.
You can show the finishing kits.
Okay, I'll show the finishing kits.
Yeah. So we'll just set that right there.
And then, okay, so we're going to have the finishing kit for the stitching Quaker. So that comes with hand-dyed rickrack to match the piece, your fabric for the back, and a piece of wool to finish. And then the stitching quilt has the 3 pins. We worked with just another button company to do a custom set of pins for you guys on this.
The pins are in the packet.
So those will be available next week as well. And what? Okay, sorry. And then the cloth. Okay, so let's talk about this because we had a lot of questions. Everything you see is stitched on 28 count light ash gray. And I would suggest if you're stitching all 3 pieces to order half of a yard. So that should get everything done.
We have that option in the thing.
We have the option of a half a yard cut.
Okay.
I want to be super clear with you guys. If you just do the fat quarter for the rules, you will need the entire length of the fat quarter because it is, as you know, the rules are very long. Measure twice, start once on that, okay? Just make sure you're leaving yourself enough space on the top and bottom, but you need to be kind of exact because it's like a perfect fit.
And really, if you have any questions, just fold it in 4, like, you know, fold it, get your middle, start in the middle.
Yeah, you could do that.
You know, do the old
We
school.
have the alternatives being cut today.
Okay, so we did pick 2 alternative cloths. A linen.
There's actually 4.
Oh, we picked 4.
We did 14 and 16 Ada, 28 and 32 or 36 linen. I can't remember.
Okay, so alternatives 14 and 16 Ada, and then a couple of linens for you guys. And those, Emily said, are being cut today, so we will have those options as well. I do want to point out the frame. If you plan on getting the frame, you will need to stitch it on the 28 count or the 14 count because those are equal. Those would be the same size. If you decide to go the 16, it would actually still fit in the frame, but you would have more space because it wouldn't be, it would actually stitch out a little bit smaller. So, if that makes sense.
I'm going to look up the stitch count.
So the stitch count of the rules, Emily is going to look that up for us. I generally like to do a 2-inch margin on my sides. If I think for the rules, I don't think you can go bigger than about 2 inches, just to be safe.
Yeah.
The rules,
Beautiful.
this one I believe is around, Emily's going to write that down and give it to me.
The 85 by 296.
85, excuse me, 85 by 296. So pretty substantial. I have never stitched something that big in my life.
Are you going to?
So what I'm going to do is I am going to probably pick a few of the sections and do those. And I did talk about this last time. I thought it would be fun to make a stitch case with the rules. And I've never made one, so I think I'm going to pick one of those for my stitch case and do that. What are you going to do?
I don't know. I haven't decided yet because I love it all.
You love it all.
I love it all.
Okay,
I love the Quaker. I mean, I love it all.
Yes. Okay, rules is 85 by 296. Quaker is 83 by 85, and then the quilt is 73 by 73.
The Ada alternative is Icelandic gray.
Ada alternative Icelandic gray. And they do match really well. We pulled those out the other day just to look. Any questions? There is a DMC conversion on the chart. We do try and do DMC conversion on all of our charts. So let's see. Any other questions that I missed? I'm trying to look here. Okay. I think that's it.
Yeah.
So those,
Charms.
yeah, I'll show the charms next.
Is there going to be a stitch along for the rules?
So what we are going to do is we're going to do a stitching stitch along. So basically there's no rules to this stitch along except just pick something that you want to stitch out of the release, whether that's the Quaker, the quilt, or something in the rules, or if you want to stitch the whole rules. We will all be stitching something. I've already started mine because we know I'm a slow stitcher and I need to get ahead. So I've been working on mine, you guys. And we will have details in the release newsletter for the stitch along. We would love to have you join us. I love the fact that this is like, you can stitch this all year round. It's not like a holiday.
Is this
Cross stitch is a holiday every day. Okay.
Is this all color and cotton floss?
Yes, everything is color and cotton.
Oh, and one DMC.
Yes.
And then also the other question, are you going to be selling a pattern pack?
Yes.
Okay.
Pack
We
of
are going to
3.
be selling a pattern pack of all the patterns in one
It'll be
pattern.
a pack of 3.
A pack of 3. So.
Yes. Okay, so some of the merch, I had a lot of fun doing the merchandise for this release. It gets more and more fun to design the merchandise, I'm not gonna lie, because I think it's another way to be artistic and share my love of creating with you guys. So we have a sticker pack for you guys.
Look at these guys. They're so cute. I have to say that the last few sticker packs, especially like the house one, my sewing machine is throwing up right now because
What?
Well, it has all these stickers.
It has all
and
the
so
stickers.
It's like a big throw up of stickers. And so I was thinking it's going to have a frog. It's all these other things, but
Yes.
yeah.
So it was so much fun. What I did is I took some of the artwork from the rules. This cute little guy, the frog, he has a little banner that says "Rip It," and then we did the home stitch home to match the charm that we released. So these are so fun. I did them. They are smaller. I didn't want them to be giant, so you didn't have a place to put them. So you can use this in your journaling. You can put them on your mugs, your sewing machine. What else do you put stickers on?
I have my sewing machine. I have like a glass table thing that hugs my machine, and so I've put some on it.
I love that. You need to take a picture so we can see.
I'll have to take a picture.
Everything is 6 a.m. Mountain Time. Everything will be released next week. And then we have some charms for you guys. This one is a fun thing. We actually had this idea, I don't know if you guys remember, at our last girls' retreat weekend, we were brainstorming ideas, and I was like, we need to have something that says timeout, because it's kind of a joke. When a project is not cooperating, we say that's going in timeout. So I thought it would be fun to do a charm to put on your project bag that says timeout.
What's the other one that's like when we decide we're not doing it? There's another thing.
I don't
too.
know.
The graveyard.
The
what?
graveyard? It's going to the graveyard.
It's going to the graveyard. Oh dear.
So then we have, I love these ones. We've already gotten requests to do one in every color, but these are our work in progress charms. So these are great for your project bags.
I mean, these would even be good for your quilters and sewing, because I mean, I know we usually have like the project cases to fit all the fabric, but there are some that you can, I mean,
yeah,
I've got so many whips.
I love those ones. And then lastly, my favorite guy here, and the magnet is stuck to this tray. This is my favorite. And
I was going to wear him today on my shirt.
I should have worn him.
Yeah, I forgot.
This is Rip It,
So cute.
and he's serious about his unpicking. He has 2 seam rippers.
Yep.
I just love it so much because it can be, you know, it's a joke in quilting and cross stitching and apparently knitting.
Knitting.
We heard that when you mess up on your stitches, you have to rip them out, and that's why it's rip it, rip it. They call it frogging.
Yeah.
We never like when the frog visits, but it's
He's sure cute.
he visits quite a bit.
I think he needs a girlfriend.
Yeah. Well, on the rules, there's
a girl.
A girl frog with a bow.
She has a bow.
Yeah.
So he does have a girlfriend, but
Yes.
he's the worker.
Yes. He's good at ripping those stitches.
Yep.
Any questions about any of the merchandise? I think that was it.
And so all of this is going to be released next week, or have we
Yes.
released these already?
No, everything next week. I do want to point out we will have a finishing favorites bundle. I used the finishing favorites bundle on all of the individual pillows. So what we did is we broke up the piece and we did individual pillows. Let me grab.
Maybe clear that and put them all on.
Okay. Clear that off. So it's just fun to see it in a different way. I've done this pretty much with all of my rules patterns. I want to hear what rule is your favorite in the...
Oh, the ones you've already got done?
Well, no, I mean like what stitching rule? What stitching rule is your favorite?
Out of all these?
Out of all of them.
And how many is there? 6?
There's 6. So we have...
The pink one to the bottom.
This one to the bottom?
No, Mom, that's in the way of the, yeah.
Like that?
Yep.
Okay, so we have count twice, stitch once. There are never too many whips. I love the little embroidery hoop with, it's backstitched and it says whips in there. It's so cute, so cute. And then no frogging allowed. Just keep stitching. And I love this little bird. I don't know if you guys noticed. I put this bird in a lot of my charts.
Yeah, you do.
He kind of like makes his way through all the charts in different colors.
Yeah.
And then always cross your X's and enjoy each stitch.
I love them all. And I love the little DMC packets.
Yes.
I just think
those are
so
fun.
Cute.
Those are fun.
There's so many different ways you can, you know, use these and you know, stitch them up for a stitchy friend or
yes,
anything.
if you're going to a retreat and need a what do they call that?
A smalls giveaway.
A smalls exchange.
Yep.
These would make really fun pieces for that.
Yes.
And we also have, that rickrack needs to be ironed. So I always include a bonus chart in the rules book. So the rules, it's a book that comes, I think there's 12 pages. So each page has its own chart. So it's nice and big, it's easy to read. And then at the very end of the book, we have Home Stitch Home. And I ended up stitching that at the very last minute.
Beautiful, you did a fine job.
I'm very proud of myself. Stitched and finished in less than 12 hours. I'm not even kidding.
That's awesome.
So, okay, some of the favorites. Let's hear it. Enjoy each stitch.
The frog.
Never too many whips. Vicky loves them all.
Yeah.
I love it.
What do you stuff your pillows with?
What do we stuff our pillows with?
Your pillow stuffing skills are phenomenal.
I've worked really hard at my pillow stuffing. No. It's really funny.
Your technique down?
So as we've been putting the store together, we have our models that are ancient, and the pillow stuffing.
Featherweight. I mean, there's nothing to them.
Like, can we even put those out? I don't know. My pillow stuffing has come a long ways. So what I like to do, and I do have, the front look really full. So then once I fill it probably 3/4 full, I go in with polyfill. And the polyfill, since you did the poly pellets first, you don't have to be so crazy about getting lumps in your polyfill, if that makes sense. It's not as lumpy because it's not going to see. So the combination of both makes the pillows heavy so they can sit on their own, and it makes them look really full and neat. So that is my favorite way. You can use crushed walnut shells. Those kind of get kind of pricey, I feel like. I feel like the poly pellets are a good alternative, especially for bigger pillows.
Yeah.
You don't need as much. The walnut,
I use the walnuts.
the crushed walnuts are good for like scissor fobs.
Yeah.
Or
I use them if I use it for like a little pin cushion, because they're supposed to sharpen keep your needles sharpened. But yes, for smaller, and then also, and I don't think we carry it, or we have in the past. I don't know if we still do, but the walnuts will come in a flavor. Or a scent,
like
lavender,
lavender.
like a lavender scent.
Yeah.
And so sometimes some people will put those in something that they're going to put in their, like a garment drawer, something that makes you want something to smell good.
Yes. So. I just have to say hi, Charlie. My son looks like he's on here. Hi, Charlie.
Charlie.
I don't know why he's not at school.
I was like, is this person saying hi to me or hi to you?
No, that's Charlie.
Is that
Hey,
your
buddy.
Charlie? Hi, Charlie.
That's funny.
He's
so
sweet.
cute. The other day, he was helping do something for work. So all of the kids do little odd end jobs for our stuff here, and I love that. And we were having a really good conversation, and he's like, how many subscribers do you have now, Mom? And it was just really cute. Anyway, he follows our channel, and he's cute. So
he's a cute kid.
Somebody said, everyone's saying hi, Charlie. That's fun.
You're really seeing Charlie.
And yes, I have named patterns after my kids.
Yes, that's funny. And today we're
we're showing one of those patterns. The first one I did was Charming Charlie.
Yep.
And Charlie is actually named after my grandpa, my mom's dad, who I feel like started the dream. Yeah. Him and Grandma started the dream. Yeah. And so
Grandpa was always one to be so involved in any kind of craft, and if we had any kind of inkling that we wanted to do something, he'd be going, okay, let's do it. He'd figure out a way to do it. Yes. And he's the one that actually got their dad started into the woodworking, and helped him understand the woodworking part of it, and helped him gain that love of what he does. Yeah. And do we want to have Dad come in and say hi? You don't want to? Do you want to talk about the frame? Are you sure? No? Yeah, come say hi. I would just come say hi. You guys didn't know this, but my dad's sitting here.
You didn't know he'd be a participant.
And you get to participate. So here, you can come sit right here. Mom, can you just scooch a tad bit? More. Oh, there we go. So this is Dad.
Hi, everybody. Good to see you all.
Oh, can you guys hear him?
Oh, can you hear? Do I need to talk right into Lindsay's mic, or?
Let's talk really loud. Can you guys
let us know if you guys can hear him okay. Finally a face to Dad. Okay, so do you want to talk about the frame here?
This is made out of, it's a solid wood. It's made out of poplar, which is a really good paint grade wood. Lindsay wanted there's so much going on in the piece that we really wanted the frame just to not distract.
Yeah.
Not distract. So we really worked at that, and we're going to have these available. Matter of fact, my grandson, Braden, he stayed home. We live about 300 miles north, and he stayed home so he could start production on these. We started cutting these up the other day, and we're hoping to have some ready right around the time that she releases the pattern, within a few days after that. That's what we're hoping to do.
Awesome. Awesome. I like it. We constantly are going back to the drawing board because it's a process when we do a piece. It's always, sometimes
Yes.
I wonder if he's sick of hearing my feedback.
Well, I've always told Lindsay that it's extremely important that she loves the frame with the piece, because if she doesn't love it, how do we expect you guys to love it?
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not, she's a little shy about giving me critique, and it's not that it's a nice piece, it just doesn't always fit the piece.
Yeah.
And sometimes that takes a lot of tries. I remember the bow frame. I bet I made 15 different pieces before we came up with the bow frame. So, and that's usually the process. Is sometimes what you have in your head you think is going to look nice, and then you put the things together and you're like going, oh, it's a little bit off, and we make the changes. And if we can't come up with something that isn't just a really good fit and match, we just don't make it.
Yeah.
Because
If we don't
it
like
needs
it,
to
yeah.
complement the piece, because all of the work you do, if it doesn't complement the piece, then we don't want to put something that's substandard. So
Yeah. So we have some questions for you.
Oh.
All right. When will 1776 frame be available? Will you be making any more of those?
we are going to make some more. We're hoping to have those in probably about a month or two, so they'll be available prior to the 4th of July. We've really been struggling with getting walnut in our area. They just restocked the other day, and we got a small quantity of walnut. We probably went 3 months with my supplier not having any walnut at all.
Yeah.
So our walnut frames are very hit and miss because my supplier just doesn't have availability of it. But we are going to make some of those for the 4th of July, so you can have your piece done for the 4th.
Same with 4th of July rules?
Yes, the star frames.
The star frame?
We're probably going to do star frames and the 1776. The bow frames, they did not have any pieces of walnut. They're wide enough to actually carve the bow. So we're still waiting for some more walnut that would be a big enough piece to make that piece. So
Will
Awesome.
that frame come painted?
yes, it'll come exactly the way you see it. It'll have the white finish with the scuffed up, so you don't have to do anything other than put your finish in the back of it.
And I can show what the back looks like.
Yes, and we have these little clips that will hold your piece into the frame, just like any normal frame.
That's
So
nice.
that will come on there, ready to go.
Okay. What about your picket fence? Any plans on doing any more picket fence pieces?
Right
This
now we
piece,
don't. We don't have those in the works right now. They're really a time-consuming piece to make, and I think we're already probably past the time to get those available for spring. But
Yeah.
I guess if there's enough interest, we could make some more of those.
And I have him really busy with upcoming projects. So that's why he's down here. He delivered a huge delivery for something coming this summer, which is unlike anything I've ever done. And I'm going to just let you guys know now, like, you're going to lose your mind. It's so, like, the concept, everything, we worked really hard on it. And Dad just brought our first delivery. And he's working for working on projects coming up. Snowman 2025. That is, we always do a custom piece for that. So he's working on that.
Do you know how much your frame will be?
We haven't come up with the price yet. We just barely bought the materials, so we haven't calculated what the labor and stuff is going to be on them
How
yet.
do they find out when you're going to release?
Braden's been our new social media guy for our company, and if you're not on Instagram, it's More Men Made on Instagram. We have our More Men Made YouTube channel. Braden posts almost every day, every other day on Instagram, so that would probably be your best source, but also YouTube. He's been doing the shorts, so you don't have to watch a super long video if you don't want to, and he puts a lot of that information. We're going to be putting a lot of those release informations on those two mediums.
Awesome.
And yes, we will have Dad's stuff in our store.
Oh,
Yes.
Emily is saying we have some awesome finished pieces of Dad's work in the new shop. So when you come to visit us, which I know you guys are going to, we have some of his pieces in the store, which we're excited about. So, all right.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
Very good.
I think that's it. Thanks for
Okay.
joining us, Dad. What a fun surprise. Surprise, surprise.
That's awesome.
It's fun. Part of our work involves making sure we finish things in a way that we love, and we're grateful for Dad and Braden that they can provide us with those things, because it's more family
Yeah.
in the business.
Well, and it's nice that we know somebody that understands and the quality, like he says,
Yeah.
that Lindsay likes, and you know, if we don't love it, how do you sell something if we don't? You know,
Yeah.
you got to love it and stuff. So
Yeah,
Let's
awesome.
just say she came from the same.
yes, they have both the
He's
same.
just-
Yeah,
like,
they have the
he
both.
is your dad because you're both picky like that.
They're
Yes.
they're very
What is-
picky.
Come
They
from the same cloth. Like what
Yeah.
am I?
So my dad and I are very similar in
in their taste.
in our
and-
taste. We like fine things. Okay.
Yes, they are in so many ways.
Yes, in so many ways. If you need something critiqued, like food, I mean, we're really
the family.
movies and food. If you need an honest critique, you won't find any more honesty than us. Okay, that was fun. That was fun.
That was fun.
So, anything else for stitching, Emily? Should we show our whips?
Whips and finishes.
Okay.
All right. Very good.
Really quick, Salem frames. Somebody's asking about Salem frames. I think Dad releases those every single year.
We have some made, we just haven't put them up for sale yet.
Okay, they will be coming up. They will be coming. And, you know, I plan on doing a Salem piece this year. I have my idea, you guys. I have my idea. It's marinating. It's going to come out. I just know it very soon. Well, it has to. I have no other choice. I need to get it done. Okay.
That's funny.
All right, Mom, you start, because I've only stitched on one thing
Okay.
this week.
So I've been working on this piece for, gosh, quite a while, a couple of years or so. And it's just my little go-to. I get it out every so often. And it's getting to the point where it is almost
Let's put it
done.
on the
You
table.
want it down.
Yeah, let's do it on the table so we don't have to hold it forever. Oh, wow.
It's almost done. I got all my floss just came falling out.
Wow.
Yeah, I've just
Getting
got
there.
a little bit of fill in and different things and stuff. And so once it's done, then and it's all the called for DMC.
What is this cloth?
It's just a 14 count, I think.
It doesn't look completely white. It looks
I don't know.
Ivory.
ivory or
I don't
something.
know.
I really like it.
I don't know. I've had it in the works for quite some time. And then, like I said, it's just kind of been the go-to, just to fill in. And you know, there was some colors that she had put in there. I was like, yeah, I'm not too real thrilled with it. But once they got going and everything, it just all has come together, and I really enjoyed doing it.
It kind of gives me a retro vibe, and I like that. It's fun.
And you know, and the way I did it is I stitched the whole border. I did all the border first, just so I knew where everything was going to go, and then I started the flowers. And so, but yeah,
Awesome.
so that's the. And again, I'm just using.
Are you going to just frame this piece when it's done?
Yeah, I
Okay.
want to frame it.
Okay.
And so that's one that I've been working on. And then I got this one out, and just funny because it's like October House.
This is October House Fiber Arts Floretta sampler.
And I wanted to do a sampler, but I didn't want to do something that was like huge and crazy. And
But that looks huge to me.
well, I
but
feel
it-
like
yeah.
it's like doable. It's
Yes.
not like it. I don't know. And what I liked about it, there was no frame. There was
border.
a border to where I didn't have to worry about the border matching up. And so, and she had done it in blue, and I don't know, I just wanted to pick a green. And so I picked the green, and it's Weeping Willow that I picked. And it's been a really kind of I like how it's just back and forth. And, you know, I get done with one line, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm done with that. And then I put it away. And then I do, you know.
Yeah.
I like how that one's working out.
And it looks like you're stitching it on potato.
Yes. it's
25
on my
count.
On my favorite potato. And so I think it's going to turn out really beautiful. And then once it's done, then I'll probably have it framed too.
Very nice.
I don't know what it is about the potato, and it's so, I don't know, it's just so easy to.
I'm stitching my hands-on design, our Mother's Day stitch on potato.
Oh, really?
And I do like that
love
a lot.
I love it. So, and then I'm working on all the Lori Holt houses, and this is the only one that I kind of worked on that I got any further on.
This is Topiary House.
And
Do we know how many houses she has out, and if she's doing like 12? Like
there's
what
12. This one's 3 of 12.
Okay.
And she just came out with 2 more, and I started the 3. And honestly, I don't know what I'm going to do with them, other than we'll probably display some in the shop.
Yeah.
I just think they are so darn cute.
Yeah.
And I love the colors that she picked. I'm doing all the called for DMC. I'm doing them on the potato. And if you know, I had to resize and cut. So this is like not quite a fat quarter, but it almost will take a whole fat quarter. Like
Yeah, they're pretty big. The stitch count is
yeah, it's on there somewhere.
112 by 176.
Yeah, for 25.
That is big.
Yeah. So it'll be nice and big.
Yeah.
And I just think they're so cute. I just want a whole village of them.
Yeah.
It
would be cute to have them all framed on the wall.
Or it's like your own little hometown. You know, it's funny because like all the little tiny towns, I was getting all those out and that the other day because I want to stitch them. And she's got one that's it's just another tiny town, it says, or something like that. And it has a bookshop, a coffee shop, and I can't remember, it had a sewing shop. And I was like, oh,
I don't feel like I've seen that one.
it is so cute. And I just kitted it all up. I've kitted all of her other ones up, and I want to start them.
Awesome.
And that, so, because they're just so darn cute. But, and then,
I only have one thing to show.
Okay.
You can keep going.
well, and then, so the girls, when they went to Nashville, they picked up some pearl and cotton from a different company other than DMC. And they wanted me to test it out on doing a project. Well, the project that they did, it didn't have all the pearl and cotton colors that it needed. And so I took it home and I was like, well, I want to test this out because they were saying that I could do the pearl and cotton on like either Aida, you don't have to split your threads. So here's the pearl and cotton
So
color.
it's actually Valdani. So Pearl and Cotton is
Yeah.
DMC's brand.
Yes.
And the difference is the weight of floss. So Like regular DMC is a 6-ply, so there's 6 strands in the floss. This is 1 strand, and you don't have to split your strands. So it comes right off of the little bobbin.
I actually have a needle, and it goes right in my needle, nice and easy. I just pull, and it's so nice. It's already bobbinated, and you know, I know the girls, I think they're going to try to carry some in the retail shop. I don't know if we're going to end up selling it here online. I think that's just something they'll have to decide. So anyway, I went home and I thought I'm going to pick out just a small piece. So I picked out, of course, a Lori Holt piece that I've been eyeballing. And I thought I'm going to try it on just some regular Aida.
I think that one's just It's So Emma. Is that a Lori Holt?
Well, Lori Holt does it. It's by Lori Holt, but It's So Emma's the publisher. So there it is on It's So Emma, and it's on 14. I don't know what color this is.
That looks like dirty.
Yeah, I think, to me. Yeah, and so I didn't use like. There's not called for. I just was like, okay, they've got pink and blues and whatever. So I just picked what I thought, and so that's what it is so far. And I thought, and it actually is covering very nice. It's very easy. It don't fray or nothing. It's very easy to work with.
12 weight.
Yes.
So the weight is 12 weight.
Yes, it is 12 weight.
So let us know what you think about using the different weight of floss. It is something I'm interested in maybe looking into trying.
And I have used this kind of floss before with like the needle punch. I've used it with other handwork when I've done embroidery.
And probably big stitching. If you've ever done some big stitching
around your quilt blocks, it's very good to use. And I don't know how many yards are on it, but it was pretty cool. On the Valdani, how do you say that?
Valdani
Instagram. If you guys don't follow them, you really ought to, because they really have some great ideas. They actually had a thing there the other day that showed how much it costs for some of these flosses versus theirs, and the cost difference, and also, but the other thing they do have ones that are variegated, as you would call fancy floss, and they're beautiful, very beautiful. So
there's 100 meters. I don't know how many yards that is if somebody wants to calculate that, but 100 meters on one spool.
They are manufactured out of the country.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I can't remember where.
And they are color fast, if that matters to you. Not all floss is color fast, meaning if you do get it wet or wash it, it could potentially bleed. Yes. Not all floss is color fast.
That's good to know.
Theirs is color fast.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, I really
That's
like
something every time we've met them many times at the different shows, and that's one thing she always says to me, like, we are color fast. Yeah. And so
I really actually have really enjoyed doing it. I might try to do
6 string.
Yeah, so we in the shop, so our brick and mortar store that's opening, we are carrying 7 brands of floss, and Valdani is one of those. So we're excited to see how that does in the store. I do have an upcoming project that I used Valdani.
So regular
the 6-ply.
Oh.
The 6-ply.
Getting hung up right now. Shout out Karen.
Yep. Yeah. Karen is setting up shop over there. We're getting closer and closer every day. Yes. It's exciting.
We have a new store manager.
Let's all clap for Karen. We just might open, you guys. It just might happen.
Oh, somebody did a conversion. It's 109 yards.
So that is a lot. Yeah. Like, that is a lot.
I know that. I mean, I don't know any crocheters out there, but I think I've even crocheted some teeny little things years ago.
Like doilies.
Like, you can do doilies or like anything. But it is a good floss. I really like it.
Yes, a lot of people use it for wool. A lot of punch needle. Yes. A lot of people use Valdani for punch needle, and that's kind of like we saw a booth at Quilt Market who did punch needle, and they used mostly Valdani, and it was absolutely like I
loved it.
I don't know why I love doing the punch needle, but I for some reason cannot get into the habit of being like, okay, I'm going to get a punch needle out and do it.
I was really gung-ho, and I actually have a couple of finished pieces, and I have one that's not quite finished, and I love it, but I feel like I've got so many projects going that I can't, I just can't, it's like, which one do I do? And so, but it was very relaxing. Maybe when I get to fully retire in a few years, that I'll be able to say, this is punch needle day.
Yeah.
Or this is sewing day.
I actually came across my punch needle from our girls' weekend, and I was like, do I even remember how to do it? Like, I might have to like relearn at this point. But
it was very, very relaxing. I loved doing it, especially when it didn't make me like when my eyes are tired at night or whatever. It was like I didn't have to count. You know, you just sit. It's like a mindless.
Yeah.
You know. Or whatever.
Awesome.
So,
all right, what else do you got there?
I just have a couple of finishes. Do you want to show
Okay, I'll
yours?
show my whip.
Okay.
I'll show my whip. So, as you guys know, I'm in the middle of packing. I sign on my house next Tuesday.
I'm so excited.
It's exciting for sure.
I can't wait. I go pick up her kids from school occasionally, and I ask them every time, are y'all packed? Are you getting excited? And they're all so excited.
Yes. So I have started the stitching Quaker, and that is my progress. I've been enjoying it. It's going pretty fast, I feel like, and it's like a small victory every time you get a motif done.
That's why I like these.
Yeah.
And yes. And
So I'm stitching on the called for 28 count light ash gray with the called for floss pack, and the colors, you guys, are just so visually stunning. I love how vibrant they are, and I can't wait to have a little space, stitchy space in my house. Hopefully I have a little corner, I'm thinking, so we'll see.
That will be fun.
But
that is so cute. I think
whip.
That's probably what I'm going to start first. I'm kind of thinking. I'm just waiting to where I go back in my basket and I have the floss waiting for me. And
oh, yes.
So I'm just
waiting
for that floss pack. So I have two finishes. I'll do this one first. I worked on this one. I just absolutely loved it. And I used all the called for except for one piece. And I did called for DMC because she does have...
she has it charted in over-dyed floss.
Yes, she has it charted in over-dyed floss. And so this is the piece, and I wanted to get it done because the next time Katie's here, I want her to take it and have it framed like my other one that we're going to hang in the shop, because at some point in my life it will hang in my house after it's displayed in the shop. But I wanted to point out the piece that, or the floss that I changed. So if you guys notice, and I know that pictures don't do things justice, but this is a really light blue. And when I pulled out the blue to do this flower, I was like, oh, heck no. So, oh, I pulled the wrong one out. This is the blue. I don't know how you can see that. That's the dark, it's a dark blue. It's very dark. And that's the color that they recommended. And this is the color that is the fancy floss. And I was like, wait a minute, that just didn't look, I don't know. I just didn't like it.
It was pretty dark.
It was pretty dark. And so I brought it over here to the shop and I asked Lindsay, I says, don't you think I ought to go pick something? So I went over on the DMC rack and I picked this one. And I thought this one...
It's more of a silvery blue.
Yes. I just felt like it just flowed better with these and all the other colors. I felt like this piece just, I don't know, I just didn't think it was just too dark. But anyway, I just want to let you guys know I did change that color to this one. And I'm very, very, very pleased with it. And so I do want to have Katie take it back to have it framed. And so I'm so
wonderful.
excited. And of course it's on my potato. And absolutely love it. so I got that one done. So I got to ring the
Very nice.
imaginary bell on that one.
I do have a little bell at home. I need to just bring it so we can ring our bell, toot our horn.
And I'm debating on doing her new one. It has the bee in the middle or something.
Yeah, it's a bee and a hive.
Yeah, and so I'm kind of debating on it because I kind of like the flower theme more than
Yeah.
the other that. So I'm not sure yet on that. So my other finish.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. I'm debating on like wanting to stitch this again, and maybe for a gift for Christmas or something. I have somebody in mind, but I absolutely loved doing this piece. And the one reason why I like doing it, and it almost reminds me the same way of like what Lindsay was saying with her Quakers. When you get a motif done, then it's like, oh, I can move on. And so, you know, I started with the little houses, and I just, every little thing I just did. And then once I got it done, it was like, oh, I got it done. And then I did this. And I have to say, my favorite piece, you guys guess which?
The camel.
No.
Ah.
You would think it was the camel.
I like the camel on there.
It's the cow. I just think he's the
so
cutest
cute.
little thing. And I do love the camel. But, oh, I'm not done. I got to go home and finish it. I just remembered. He has little frays on his blanket.
Oh, okay.
So I will be taking this home again because they're going to send it away and have it made into a drum. But I'll put the little frays for his blanket. But I just absolutely love that cow. I mean, I could just stitch the animals. I just thought they were so cute. The one thing I felt like that I'm debating, and I really think that they need, is I think the sheep need some eyes. I'm just like, 2 little teeny eyes.
2 little eyes.
I'm just like, the cow has eyes. Why don't the sheep have eyes?
Because there's not enough space.
Yeah, I don't know.
As a designer, sometimes I will say when I put eyes on things, they look wrong because it takes up too much space.
Yes. Well, and also
it's a problem I have.
feel like that when you're doing beaks for the chickens and different things, instead of a full X, sometimes I'll do a half a X.
Yeah.
You know.
So this was stitched on 27 count light taupe, and Mom used the called for floss. Do we still have floss packs for this?
No.
Okay.
I did all the called for floss on my cute little daisies. And then I do have.
Oh, we do. Katie.
I do have this, and I think since I have the floss, I'm probably gonna just stitch these little guys up. I just think these guys are adorable.
Yeah.
And yeah, and you know they did say, who was it? You, Emily, that you and Katie. Who's the gal that designs this? Cecilia. I thought she said that these little littles that she does with they fit somewhere. You can either, you know, break it up and like, I mean, I probably could have moved the tree like this section over and just set there and put these little guys in there somewhere and stuff. And it would have just made him more longer if you're going to finish it flat or just a bigger round. So, but I am going to stitch these little guys, but they just turned out adorable. I just absolutely loved it.
Yeah. So cute.
Really fun. But and so in that being said, I got all the other tiny towns out and I just kitted every one of them. So I don't know how fast I'll do them. I don't know if I'll do them as fast as this because I've been trying to work on things that are in progress and getting things done.
Yeah.
And I have one last thing I want to show you that's cross stitching. And I'm not quite done with it. I thought I'd get your guys' opinion. I got the girls' opinion.
It's amazing. You guys are going to just...
And so I finished, I put my blocks.
Do we need to stand?
I don't know. We might. See if I can stand up.
Okay.
So there's all my blocks. And so my question is, does it need a border? I was thinking of putting like a border around it and then do like a corner star in the corners. Like I've done the quilt block. I'd do like a corner and then just a straight border. So, but oh my gosh.
It's amazing.
I have had so much fun with this. I mean, it's taken me what? How many years? 5 years?
It's her 5-year plan.
Yeah.
Her 5-year.
And
Oh, shoot.
Maybe like, can we see if we can fit off a row of 3 to show each row?
Yeah. Let's see.
Okay.
Let's just,
Yeah, and then you could like adjust them.
let's see. Hold on a second. Oh, sorry guys. Boing. There.
So
Okay.
come Lindsay's way.
Come my way.
Okay.
There you go. And kind of, you could show each row.
Okay, so we've got, so I didn't do them in the order that they came out in. I just kind of moved, I moved I picked the colors for each block, and then I just moved where I wanted it in the area. And so that is,
So let's do the next 2 rows.
yeah. Oh, let's just do these.
Okay.
Let's just do that. Sorry. But I did it all on just regular white 14 count Aida. It's all the called for DMC. And the one thing that I did crazy is I used 3 flosses. So I did 3 strands, and so this border, I could not tell you how much I used that floss. And then the other thing that I did a little different is in each of the border things, I tried in the little flower area, I tried to pick like a small, like a color that was in the chart or whatever, just to bring it out.
Yeah,
or
I like
whatever.
that.
So, but yeah.
It's a work of art.
I have really enjoyed it. So in your guys' most humble opinion, does it need a border?
I think a small border
Yeah.
would make it like nicely framed.
Yeah, I think so. And I'm not sure, I just picture like in each corner one of these little star blocks, just a smaller version, and use some of the fabric that and it's all Lori Holt fabric. It's all of her fabric. I do have to say, I don't know if the picture's still on it. I want to say that's probably my favorite right
I
there.
do like that one.
So
This is her favorite one.
this is my favorite. I just love that one. And again, and if you guys didn't know, and the reason why, if you guys haven't seen the past ones, the reason why I put them all in this is each one of the blocks, you know, since she's the quilter, she put a quilt block in each one of these blocks. And that's when it came to me is they need to be set in a block.
Yeah.
And so as soon as I get it done, Lindsay and me,
We're gonna have a custom quilter quilt it
because we don't want it to be stitched inside any of this inside this, but all the way around. So yeah.
Awesome.
And then we'll probably have it hanging in the shop after. So that is, it's kind of a combination of cross stitch and quilting.
Yes.
See? It can be done.
Mixed media
There you
is
go.
mixed media. I love it.
There you go. So
All right, so we have a couple, we have a bundle for our quilters. And this would be fun for cross stitching too. So this is Sweetwater threads. Maybe do the table view.
Yeah, they really like that.
What is your name, Emily? I called you Katie. Okay, so Mom, you want to talk about these?
Yeah, look how beautiful these are.
So,
oh my gosh.
It's called threads, and everything is like a fun quilting or stitching
Look, this is
motif.
like that cross stitches. Oh my god, yeah,
These would be fantastic for project bags. I'm just saying.
Yes. Oh my god.
I love this one. It's
all the different stitches that your machine does. I just noticed that.
That says handmade.
What does this say?
Handmade.
and it's the lettering looks like it's stitched on that one, and then
just
their iconic. This is kind of like their iconic print where they do this in almost every line where it's kind of different motifs and words.
So cute.
Yeah.
This would be so cute to make a wall hanging in your sewing room or something.
Yes.
You know.
You open the bigger.
I might have to. I just might have to have this bundle to go home with
This
me.
would be great for tags. You could make
Oh yeah.
fantastic for tags, project bags, really anything. It's so cute.
That is so cute. Oh my gosh, yeah. I think that this bundle might have to come home with Mom.
I just love Sweetwater.
That is so cute.
They're one of my favorite designers for sure. I love everything they do.
Yeah.
They have a very simple aesthetic, but I really vibe with it. It's not overdone. And all of their prints are generally really small scale, and I think that's why I like it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see huge scale prints in their lines.
Yeah.
They keep it very small. So
That is really cute.
yeah.
These would even be cute for some of the little thread catchers.
Oh, that would be adorable.
That'd be
Well,
really cute.
get working. Just kidding.
Yeah. I actually told the girl, or I told Lindsay one day, I said, maybe I'll make some thread catchers just to put in the shop so it's so people can just like, it's the, what is it, impulse buyer.
Yeah.
Like you go,
Have some.
you know when you go to the checkout stand and you're like, oh my gosh, look at that. Throw that in the cart.
Yeah. Yes.
But yeah.
All right, tomorrow is Free Pattern Friday, and for those of you who are new here, Free Pattern Friday is a program we do for our quilters. Once a month, the second Friday, we release a free pattern in our quilting newsletter. You have to be subscribed to get the pattern. We release the kit a few weeks prior to the pattern release, so it's a mystery. It's really fun. It's like a surprise every month. This one is so cute.
It's really cute. I really had a lot of fun making this one.
I have a few patterns that are in this format, and they do really well. They're really easy to do. And this one features our favorite berry, the strawberry. So this is Strawberry Dreams. And they're cute little chunky strawberries.
Yeah. Look how cute
I love
they
the
are.
colors. They're so fun.
I love these little
It matches
wall
berry
hangings.
basket.
It does match berry basket. So you can have a full-on strawberry display.
It comes with everything to do your quilt. It comes with everything on the front, your binding. It comes with a backing that's the matching fabric that comes with. It might not be this one, but it will be fabric that is matching the front.
Yep. So this will be released in our newsletter tomorrow. So be sure to be subscribed so you can
That right there, just
grab that in the morning and get sewing.
But yeah, it had. I just love when I get to make new things, and this one was fun.
Yes, it goes well with all of our new releases. The color palette's really cute. So we still have kits in stock. So if you want to grab a kit and get started.
And then
I think Katie is making, she told us she is making this one. She
Oh,
did
she
grab
is?
a kit for that.
Oh, nice,
So
nice.
I'll be excited to see it. And then lastly, we have Charming Charlie.
And
This was one of my very first patterns I designed.
And the thing
years ago.
is every time I cut this pattern out and I make it, I start it and I cut it out wrong. And then when I cut it out wrong, I end up either having to make it bigger or make two.
Yes.
And this one I decided to make bigger.
And this one is so, it's very neutral.
Yeah.
It's very, sorry, did you ruin your glasses?
I might have.
Oh no, okay.
Okay.
I don't remember the line.
Three Sisters.
This is
Vintage
Three
Linen.
Sisters Vintage Linen. So it's all creams and taupes. It's super elegant. Like this would match anything. You could lay this out on a guest bed. It's so...
But it was just, it's so beautiful. And, you know, Charming Charlie, it does come together quite fast. And all it is it's like the backing is the yard edge, and then it's like 2 charm packs.
Yep.
And so just to forewarn you, when you do cut it out, read twice, cut once. Because I'm notorious for, I don't know why. And it's so funny is when I started it, I kept saying, make sure you do it right. Make sure you do it right. And what did I do? I did it wrong. It just, yeah.
Yeah.
So, But anyway, but I told the girls, I says, I think they might want to hang it in the shop. I'm not sure. And I says, and if not, I says, it will still be going home with me.
Yes, it's so pretty.
I just love it. So
Diana's made Charming Charlie twice.
yeah.
It's a great pattern. It's a great, because like there's no like trimming.
No.
Like there's no triangles. It's super straightforward.
Yeah. So what it is so like this is one of your squares, and then this one, say if this was a square, you're just piecing that one. I mean, it's just so easy. There's no trimming. There's no flying geese. There's no half square triangles.
Yes.
So
It's very neutral.
Yeah.
Very neutral. I love it.
very nice.
Awesome.
So, but yeah.
Awesome.
Anything
So,
else? Oh, one more thing I wanted to show you guys. So when was this before COVID?
it was during
COVID when you came and moved down with us. We were all locked up in the houses, as you know, and we had decided. Here, let's take this off. Me, Lindsay, and Emily decided, and this book had just came out.
a very coriander Christmas.
Yeah, is it going to switch to the thing? So this book had just came out, and you know, of course, it was after the holidays, and so we're like, well, let's all of us make a quilt. And so we picked out our fabric, and there's 12 blocks, and I picked out Lori Holt fabric, of course.
Yeah, I think it was Prim,
Yeah,
the bundle.
yeah. And so I have, I think, 4 more. Let's see, this is number 7. And so this is my blocks. I have this one. And there's this one. I'm sorry, they're not all ironed. I'm just going to show you
Very nice.
my blocks that I did.
It's like a sampler quilt.
Yeah. And, you know, it kind of goes to show you that it shows it's a Christmas quilt, but look how I've turned it in. It's going to be like an everyday quilt. And I got it out. It had been lost in all the chaos of opening shops and
Yeah.
moving into different places and stuff, that they kind of got lost in the shuffle. And so I got it out, and I did a couple more blocks the other day. And so I think I'm on 7, it said. And so there's 12 blocks. I want to finish it up and get a project done. But it is
I think I have
really-
2 blocks done.
It's really beautiful. I don't know if it shows like this in the full
Mine might
page.
be a 1 block.
It's one of those quilts that I felt like it took me a whole day to make 1 block.
So that's kind of like, so it's a whole sampler block. That's what, by the time it's all done, that's what it's going to look like.
Very nice.
So I'm pretty excited about it. And yeah, because I know when we did it, we kind of just started cutting out each block at a time and everything.
Yeah.
Well, I went through and I cut every one of my blocks out.
That's the way to
So-
go.
And then I bagged it, so now I can just say, okay, next block and stuff.
Yes.
And so, yeah, I wanted to kind of give you a show and tell on that, and hopefully I'll get that done, and I'll just put that on the machine and quilt it when it's done. So,
Awesome.
yeah. But, yeah, that's
Cool.
That's, oh, the sheep quilt. The sheep quilt is there.
Do we have patterns only? I don't think so
Not
right now.
But we are getting fabric to restock the quilt, and we can list any extra patterns.
Yeah, that
Okay.
sheep quilt. Oh my gosh, you guys. I had so much fun making that quilt. And that one will be coming home with Mom too.
Yes, that one is
eventually.
gorgeous.
It is so cute.
Just gorgeous.
It's so cute. But
So
anyway,
awesome.
so I think,
Any fun plans this weekend, Mom?
no, I think I'm just gonna be hanging out. A lot of stitching. I'm hoping a lot of relaxation and stitching. We purchased a new bed a few weeks ago, and they delivered it, and it was one that we had to do ourselves because it came actually from the manufacturer, and it was the heaviest thing I have ever encountered in my life. It's one of the control beds where my side will move and do things, his side will move and do things, and I have to say the other night,
Fancy.
oh my gosh, it even vibrates. It's got a vibrating bed.
You get a massage.
I get a massage. These guys are all cracking up. So I feel like, what is that?
This is not for kids, okay? This is not for kids.
I'm in a 70s hotel with a vibrating bed. Clink, where's the change? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. Oh.
You never know what you're good at.
No, I asked John that the other night. I says, you know what would make this bed even more perfect? And he goes, what? And I says, if it heated, because I sleep with a heating pad. But I'm not kidding. It is such a nice, heavy.
Has so many features.
It has a lot of features. The other feature.
I'm scared.
It has what do they call sensor lights underneath, and so when you get up in the middle of the night and you swing your feet off the bed to get up to go to the bathroom, they flip on so you can see where you're walking.
You have all your needs covered in them.
Yes, I have all my needs covered in that bed. He is going to crack up when I go home and tell him that. He's actually called me his new name is I'm his Weisenheimer.
What the heck is that?
Because I'm just a wise mouth. Like, I'm always coming up with something wise, and so he goes, "You're just a Weisenheimer." I'm like, yeah, whatever. But yes, I'm gonna enjoy that vibration, especially on my sore back. But anyway, so yeah, so I'm gonna be enjoying my vibrating bed this weekend. Sorry.
I might be crying a little inside.
But what are you doing?
Going to finish packing, hopefully. But I invented I don't know if I invented this, but I'm about to change your life with something. If you love strawberries, it is strawberry season, here at least. I don't know if everywhere else. Okay, so if you just need a few simple things, and it's like an indulgence that I need to probably tone down a little, I'm not gonna lie. So, if you have sweetened condensed milk, so get a mason jar, and you pour your sweetened condensed milk in the mason jar, and then you fill it with heavy cream, and you mix those two together. You can add a little bit of vanilla if you want. It'll just make it more vanilla-y. Cut up, I've been doing this like every night. I'm gonna I can't believe I'm saying that. You cut up your strawberries, and like the riper the better. I like my strawberries super ripe. Okay.
I don't like mushy fruit.
I don't like it mushy. There's a fine line, you guys. There's a fine line. Okay, so you cut up your strawberries, and then your cream and sweetened condensed mixture pour over your strawberries, and that is delicious. You can take this one step further, which I did. I bought a angel food cake. Not the crappy ones that are like orange and they're the minis. No, that is not acceptable.
No, you gotta have a real one.
A real angel food cake. Our local place has these. You get a piece and you chunk it up and you pour the sauce over the cake.
It's almost like a leech cake.
It's like a cheat hack to strawberries. What is it? Tres leches cake. Yeah. It's like a cheat hack for this. You soak the angel food cake. If you don't like soggy cake, then this isn't for you. But this is the most delightful, refreshing thing. I'm obsessed, and I think since it's strawberry season, I had to share that because...
See, and I thought you were going to say it was... I don't know if anybody else has discovered this, and it's been out a couple of years. It's the Philadelphia cream cheese cheesecake. That's a pre-made cheesecake, and you get it in the cooler section, and it's from Philadelphia, and it's pre-made.
Yes.
It is so good, and I've used it in so many different ways, but Lindsay, she introduced us to it, and we put that like a little dollop on a piece of graham cracker
And
with
then just strawberries.
But I have also put little chunks of that in like a Pillsbury, like the croissant things, and cooked it and did like, you know.
If you love sweetened condensed milk, which I'm kind of judging you if you don't. Like, who couldn't love the deliciousness that's in sweetened condensed milk? Like, what is it even? I don't know. I don't want to know. It's probably not good for me at all, but there is something so tasty. So if you need a really quick summer dessert, it's like having strawberries and cream, but it's delightful. It's been my, like, secret indulgence the past few weeks.
Good.
If you go to Costco, you can get a huge thing of strawberries.
Yes.
My kids... Which I have to say, my kids, I will buy massive amount of fruit and they eat that like no other. And then the next week I'll buy the same amount of fruit and they don't eat it at all.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But
I've heard that from a lot of people do that.
Anyway, I'm on a fruit kick right now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Okay, so people want to know the measurements.
Sounds like you just need to make a recipe card.
I need to make a recipe card. Honestly, you can do it with, I have one of the bigger mason jars, and the reason I like to use the mason jar is I just put the cap on, put it in the fridge, so it's pre-made. You can use that as coffee creamer as well, and it's, you know, it doesn't have all the crap in it that, you know, you get. But just 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, and I probably do around equal parts heavy cream. If you don't have heavy cream, you can do half and half, but let's just be real. Heavy cream is where it's at, okay? Like, if you want the richest, most delicious, just do the heavy cream. You won't regret it in the moment. You won't regret it in the moment.
Yeah. I go through so much coffee creamer at my house.
Maybe like a cup and a half of heavy cream. But you know, I used to make a tres leches cake from scratch. And when I did this, I said, I'm never making one from scratch again. This is just as good.
Oh.
So I will make it for us when we get together next time.
Yeah.
I'll bring everything.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome. Well, cool.
anyway,
Well, very
so
good.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
It's been a fun floss tube.
I hope all of you guys have a wonderful weekend and you guys enjoy
Your stitching and quilting. Get outside. Hopefully it's good weather where you are. Stay safe and enjoy your weekend. And
next week is our big release date.
Set your timers.
Make sure you get your shirt orders in.
Yep.
By 3 o'clock.
By 3 o'clock.
By 3 o'clock.
Mountain time.
Mountain time. So you guys all have a wonderful week. It's been fun hanging out with all you friends. And
we'll see you next week.